Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. So it's really interesting times that we are living at, and on the financial world and markets, we stand currently near the historical moment as the global economy is turning to the growth. You're probably monitoring the news releases, and you know that the recent collapse here on the market has happened because of the jump in consumer spending. So it was more than 12 years, the numbers that haven't seen before. So these, of course, have spooked the markets. You can see collapse not only on the Forex, but on the stock market as well, gold, even on the cryptos. And by the way, on the cryptos, today we'll prepare the update a bit later on the Bitcoin. It is very interesting moment because this is the first time when the cryptocurrency is standing before and the eve of the changing cycle, stage in the global economy cycle. And initially it was the question of how market responds to this. So we'll talk a bit about it in the Bitcoin update today. On the euro currency, our fears that indeed market could show a bit deeper downward reduction now becomes a reality. So you can see it's collapsed recently. It's happened. At the same time, as we said in the weekly report, we should not overestimate these single statistics as the too positive, as the too negative. So recall what we said about the non-farm payroll release. It was just a few days ago. It was so much noise around it in the mass media with this rally. And take a look what has happened 3 days after that. It has been erased. Not totally, but significantly. Currently, again, although the consumer spending was just very good, and it stands mostly in a row with our long-term fundamental view on the markets, we also should not overestimate it, because Fed policy still stands the same. Interest rates will be held by the Fed, bond purchasing, so policy will not change probably at nearer time. So this is good moment, but probably it also will be short-term. At the same time, on the daily chart, take a look. I would like you to point you on a few moments. First of all, in the short term, you can see the divergence here on the daily chart is growing between these two tops. Trend has turned bearish. And it means that theoretically we could see a bit deeper action to the downside. I'm not sure that definitely will happen, but that could happen. And another reason why I think so, that take a look at the shape. We already talked about it in one of our weekly reports. You can see left shoulder, head, might be right shoulder to form. But with the right shoulder, market should drop somewhere back to the 1990 area, because this low stands even lower around 1950. So it could be sometime maybe the same type of action here. We will keep an eye on this. But currently, since the overall price action here is very strong, maybe market will be able to reestablish upward action right from here. I'm not sure, but this could happen. At the same time, you could see that this recent action will not, or better to say, hasn't made any impact on our short-term trading plan, because everything that we have discussed mostly has been completed. So take a look on the follow time frame chart. First collapse of this downside action hits the confluence around 21 area that we discussed recently. Once it has been hit here with this spike down, you could see hitting the OP. Take a look what the pullback has happened. Almost back to the previous level. It was more than enough to play stop to the break even. Later collapse should push you into the riskless trade and out you at the break even stop. Second trade, those of you who were waiting for a 2063 area, as we said, you could consider this level for entry, because we suggest this double repo pattern has been formed. It suggests deeper retracement. As we said yesterday, Now, if you have taken position 1063, so also everything develops good by far. So you could easily move stops to break-even right now and see what will happen. So this approach to the market with the using strong levels for position taking always works and minimize the risk, not because of the possibility to place tighter stop, but also because of the market reaction to these levels. Even on the background of the collapse, reaction of this level has happened and it was not really small. Currently, guys, take a look with this ABCD pattern. We have the XLP around 2045. And as I said, and every time I tell about this, there's two different approaches among the traders exist how to deal with the levels. One part of the traders take the position in advance on any patterns or something of that sort, just because market hits the support area. So they just placed buy order right at the support and then see what will happen. Second part of the traders usually wait for a confirmation. So when the market hits level, especially when you have the sell-off of this kind, and then they start watching for patterns, what the bullish patterns will be formed here. And if you haven't taken the position, but you're thinking about taking long position with this stop that we have currently, you could wait a bit and see what will happen, because existence of the XLP doesn't exclude the situation and the market could show some minor continuation here after this minor retracement that we have currently. Still another leg could happen when the market hits the XLP at 1245, and maybe some pattern will be formed here. That will be another chance for position taking. That's very probable because overall sell-off was strong. It's the same type of the action as on the non-farm payrolls release. So in the moment of the release, you can see strong first reaction, but then market is falling in the same direction. The same could happen here. So this is first reaction, retracement, and then market could show some continuation. But for us, it is important to see that market remains inside of this swing. So that's in fact the last bullish outpost where the short-term bullish context will be valid. If market somehow will break it down and erase all the rally of the non-farm payrolls release moving back to the lows, we again will have to turn to the daily chart and start watching for the deep retracement, where maybe the hand and shoulders pattern starts to work when the right arm will be formed. But currently, as market still stands inside of this swing, those who have taken position here could keep it. Those who would like to do this, well, wait for a pattern, wait for XOP, or just watching for some retracement maybe here after the first reaction. But I suggest that maybe market at least should return it back down and retest the lows maybe, because sell-off was too strong to just reverse it in the V-shape action. So probably it should be some momentum fading to the downside first before upward action could start. On the hourly chart, you could see that both targets has worked. So here is double repo. On the hourly chart, as we treat it as a double top, as I said, classical approach, classical target estimating also has worked perfectly. You can see distance here equals to the height of the double top. So also everything was fine. Now just let's keep watching what will happen on the EUR. On the cable, almost the same situation. Here is our double repo sell. You can see how accurately moving average enveloped the top of the market. So no single close above the 3x3 has happened. All of them were covered by this 3x3 moving average. And first level 40.43 has been reached. So here also you could take the position, maybe with placing stop below 140. Maybe you could watch for patterns as well. So currently, the next most interesting thing for us is the way how upward reversal will happen again.